Okay, year 7. This is a quick little tutorial for you on 2D design. We're going to discuss nets and a couple of the key features that you're going to use to reproduce this net for your packaging. Okay, so 2D design is a CAD package, which is a computer-aided design package. You use the drawing tools here to produce designs, drawings, shapes. It also links to CNC machines, so computer numerically controlled, like laser cutters and routers, vinyl cutters, etc. And you can physically cut these out using a machine once you've drawn them. So the 2D design logo on your desktop, once you've logged in, use Pupil1 as your username and Pupil1 as your password. The 2D design logo looks like that up there. Okay. You will have a blank page like that in front of you. That blank page is in A3, so you need to change it from A3 to A4 so it fits on the page and we can print it nicely. Setup, drawing, and layout. You then change that standard size ISO A3 there to ISO A4 and click OK. You'll notice that your grid spacings or your dots now become further apart. That just means that they're still 10 millimeters apart. And what we need to do is just change them to 5. It just makes it a little bit easier for us if we want to do anything in 5 mil spacings. On A4, I like to have them at 5 mil. On A3, I like to have them at 10 mil. It's just something I like to do. So double click your grid at the top right there, okay, and change these X and these Y here, your X and your Y like your axes on a graph, to 5 and 5. And then watch your grid changes there to 5 mil spacing. Step lock, and if you notice this on here, step spacing and grid spacing, the distance between each dot now is 5 mil and the step spacing is 1 mil. Just leave that as it is, it's fine. Put grid lock on, and if you go to one of these lines or circles or shapes over here on the left hand toolbox here, look, you'll notice that grid lock on, it goes to the dots. If you turn grid lock off, it floats around and it hovers around there. If you have step lock on, it goes to 1 millimeter spacings. And if you look down here at this REL box here, you will see it's moving. Okay, now what that means is that the cursor position there, as it is there now, is 40 millimeters in, yeah, and 65 millimeters down. Okay, so it gives you the spacing of it. Watch what happens now when this REL box down the bottom here, watch what happens now when I click the mouse. So I left mouse click, 1, goes to 0. Okay, if you drag that out then, it counts for you in 5s, 5, 10, 15, 20. And what we want to do is we want to reproduce a square 60 by 60. And okay, just click it. So once I've got that now, it's not quite in the right position for me, but leaving grid lock on, get your select arrow, select that. And it brings up these boxes all around your shape. This one here is a flip left and right. You won't notice any difference. If I drew something on it a minute, it flips it left and right. It flips the whole image, okay? But you won't notice that unless, yeah, because it's a square, it's the same all the way around. This one here flips vertical. So if I was to have a line in there, don't do this. It flips it top and bottom along your, flips your horizontal, right? Up and down, left and right. These on the corners allow you to drag and resize. This here allows you to rotate, and this here allows you to copy. The center one allows you to move. Be careful when you do this because you can only undo once. It'll only undo once for you, okay? So what I want you to do, get your shape tool, left mouse click once, send your REL to 0 and 0, do it to 60 and 60, ooh, click. You're going to copy that once, join it onto there, select those, copy those, Join that onto there. So that now is the long sides, the top and the two sides and then the bottom of your net. Now, you know that a cube has got 6 sides and we've only got 4 there. So we need to draw another 2. So highlight one, copy it. The beauty with CAD is once you've drawn something once, you can just highlight it, copy it, and just reposition it. All right. Now I've got the basic outline there of my net, but what I'm really missing now is the tabs to glue it together. So I've got my glue tabs around there. So this glue tab will glue there, this glue tab will glue there, this glue tab will glue there, that one will glue over the other side, and it's the same here. That one will go to there, that one will go to there, this one here will go to there. All right, so we're going to put those around the outside of our net. So if I open up that one again, now I use my shape tool again, and I just want them 10, so I'm going 10 up, 60 across. 5, 10, 10, and I do that all the way around that one and on the end of this one here. I'm not going to do all of these, I'll show you. And then I'm going to use my line tool and I'm just going to cut the corners off. Like that. Make sure that you come from the very corner there, okay? And just cut those corners off like that. Now, you can cut those off if you wanted to, and we can delete those, but yours will be on del any, delete any there. So watch what happens. If I do that now, it deletes the whole rectangle, which is no good to me, and I can only undo once, remember. If you press and hold that del any, go to delete part of an object, you can select that, you can delete these sections here, and you can delete all the little bits that you do not want. Okay, and that there now is your glue tab. So you would cut around this. These lines now you wouldn't cut out, you would fold them, and you'd fold them over and you'd join them together. Okay, when you guys go to save, now this should work. It works for me, but I've got a different setup, a different laptop to you, a different computer. So when you go to File and you go to save this, go to Save As, and you will have an error. It says that you're not allowed to save. So you click OK twice, and it should send you into something that looks like that. So, and it'll be on this PC, and you'll have a Pupil drive on there. Now, my drive there is What's D. That's my login. That's my network space. You should have one there that says Pupil 1. If you don't have one there, we'll have to save it on a memory stick. Okay? You can only do this in school because this bit of software I cannot give you to take home, or you won't have it on a Chromebook, etc. Okay? When you save this, save it in Pupil 1, but you've got to save it as your name. So put your name in there and your class. So whatever class you're in, save it as your name and your class in there, and make sure it's in that Pupil drive. Don't save it anywhere else. So it's this PC, scroll down, find the Pupil drive. If you can't do that, this PC and Sue will come around with a memory stick and we'll save it on the memory stick. Any questions, drop me an email. Thanks for listening.